I am Megan and welcome to Battle Royale with Cheese, the website where you can get all of your TV and film news, reviews and trailers. And D23 is currently happening at the moment. If you don't know what that is, it's Disney's expo where they reveal all of their upcoming TVs and shows that belong to the Disney properties. So Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, National Geographic and so on. And I just thought it would be a nice idea to do a roundup video of what's been revealed so far. I will say just before we go into this that I'm only going to be talking about the stuff that's been officially revealed. There have been videos where people have been filming it while they're at the event. Anything that's in those type of videos I'm not going to comment on because I'm going to wait for official releases. And I'm filming this at a point where D23 is still going on. So I've got notes on my phone, I'm just looking down at them now. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is just the title reveals. So this is just where the title logos are revealed and that's it. So Frozen 3, Zootopia 2, Avatar Fire and Ash, which is the third film in the Avatar franchise, The Mandalorian and Grogu, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, and Percy Jackson Season 2. So I think out of all of them, the only one I'm actually interested in is Zootopia 2. I feel like that one has the potential to actually branch out and have another story in it. The world building in the first film was fantastic. I absolutely love that film. It was really good, the characters were adorable and really well written, and the world building was something that I really enjoyed too. So I think the sequel has a real potential to branch out and introduce new stories into the series. I feel like Incredibles 3 and Frozen 3 are the ones where I'm like, I feel like these are a bit unnecessary, and this is coming from someone who loves the first two Frozen films. I absolutely adore them. But even I'm like, I feel like this Frozen 2 did end on a really good note. I don't really understand why this is happening. Mandalorian and the Grogu I think could be really interesting. That is a film that's coming to cinemas. So that's gonna, I imagine, continue on from where the last season of The Mandalorian finished. Percy Jackson getting a season 2, that doesn't surprise me at all. The first series was really successful. And even though I didn't grow up on the books, I did hear about reviews to do with the Disney Plus series. It stayed accurate to the source material, which are the books. So I am glad that people liked it, and it does seem successful enough that it's getting a season 2. So look forward to that, Percy Jackson fans. So again, I did mention that some reveals will happen probably while I'm filming. Some of them have already happened pretty much just before I'm filming. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the live action remake, has just had its teaser officially released, as well as a poster. And I'm going to put all the live action remake stuff in the same section while we're talking about it. I don't really like the current business model that Disney are having with just doing sequels and live action remakes. It really feels like they don't really know what they're doing and they kind of run out of ideas, and I really don't like the idea of them remaking the first ever animated feature-length film. It feels very strange and feels like they're sort of stamping on the legacy of Disney. In my personal opinion. The CGI looks fine, it looks a bit cartoony, and I think the peak in animation, in live action and CGI animation, was with the remake of The Lion King, which came out a few years ago. While that was just pretty much a rehash of the original film, the CGI was amazing, it was incredible, and comparing that to Snow White, it does look a bit cartoony at the moment, but it is also the first teaser, so I'm guessing they're still in post-production status at the moment. But yeah, I am a bit like, I don't understand why this is happening. Lilo&Stitch also had a reveal. So yes, that's getting a live action remake. That's another one that I'm a bit cautious about. Lilo&Stitch is one of my favourite Disney films, so I'm definitely a bit wary about that one. However, I did see the reveal of Stitch. So they have revealed what the CGI Stitch is going to look like. And it seems like they've taken a page out of the Detective Pikachu live action film and Sonic films with how they've created him, with how they've modelled and drawn him. He looks adorable. he looks great. And even the sort of reveal that they did at D23, where it felt very much going back to the original Lilo and Stitch promotional material, where in the original adverts he went into and sabotaged some of the original Disney classics. So he went to Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Lion King, and completely ruined them. But this time what they did was, it's him crash landing outside the building where D23 is taking place and sabotaging the building. Which to be fair to Disney, I really liked that. I really enjoyed that. They know what this film is. They remember the original marketing. I thought, let's do something similar. And I can appreciate that. And yeah, Stitch looks great. I think his fur could be a bit more vibrant, because in the cartoon his fur is very blue. It's a very vibrant blue, and I feel like they need to like just put the saturation up a bit, because his fur does look a little bit grey. So Lilo and Stitch is coming out summer next year. I will wait for a trailer on that one, because again, I'm very wary of that one. As just like I was with the Lion King live action remake, I'm very wary of this one as well, so I'll wait for a trailer to properly judge it. I also forgot to mention Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, which is the sequel series to Wizards of Waverly Place. That's coming to Disney Plus and the Disney Channel, but a release date has not been released yet at the time of filming. Three things that got their second trailers during the D23 event, but I'm actually not going to talk about them too much, was Agatha All Along. So this is a continuation after WandaVision. The Mufasa prequel, so Mufasa the Lion King prequel, got its second trailer, and Moana 2 also got its second trailer. And I've already written articles about this on Battle Royale with Cheese's websites, and I still had the same thoughts even now, which is, with Moana 2, I feel like it could have been and should have been a series on Disney Plus, which it actually was supposed to be. It was originally planned to be a Disney Plus series and then got changed into a film, and I think they should have stuck to their original plan. Mufasa, again, don't know why this is happening. I don't really have any interest in it, and I'm not really sure what they're doing with that one. And Agatha, I'm definitely interested in this, especially after WandaVision, which I loved. Freakier Friday, the sequel to Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, is coming out next year. This is actually a big surprise for me. I wasn't expecting a sequel to happen at all. Tron is getting a new film called Tron Ares, and the only information that was revealed is that the music is now going to be composed by Nine Inch Nails instead of Daft Punk. Daft Punk have now split up. They did do the soundtrack to Tron Legacy. It was a fantastic soundtrack, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Nine Inch Nails are going to do with the musical composition. And the last two things to talk about is Frozen, the West End musical, is going to be filmed for Disney Plus. So that's coming next year. As someone who will probably end up missing it in West End because it's actually finishing in London on the 8th of September, I never got a chance to go see it, unfortunately. So that'll be really good for me to actually see it for the first time. Even though it's not going to be in the theatre, but I am happy they're actually filming it for Disney Plus, so we can actually watch it. For anyone else as well who missed it, you're going to have the opportunity next year to actually watch it. And then finally, Toy Story 5, which is a sequel I really was not okay with. I wasn't even okay with Toy Story 4. And Toy Story 4 was a decent film. It felt like an epilogue to the trilogy. And originally when Toy Story 5 got announced, because it got announced at the same time as Frozen 3 and Incredibles 3 and Zootopia 2. And originally I thought, okay, they're really milking this franchise now. I do not know what they're going to do with this. It does really feel like Toy Story is now going to head in a direction where, whereas with the first three films was around Andy and the toys, these next films are, okay, now we're going to focus on Bonnie, the new owner, and the toys as they adjust to her lifestyle and her childhood. So the plot concept for this one is AI and electronic toys and technology within toys, which I think could be really interesting depending on how it's executed. And it definitely does make a lot of sense. A lot of toys now are electronic or game consoles or AI of some kind. So I think that could be really interesting. It is interesting that with the current problems we're having with AI, that this is definitely going to be a theme in TV, in films, in games at the moment, because it is like the big thing that's happening in technology. But I think it could work if it's executed well. If it's executed properly, I think it could actually work. But that really does depend. But that's getting a release date of 2026. So we got a couple more years to wait for that one. But again, just like with Lilo&Stitch, the live action film, I'm very sort of cautious of this and just being like, okay, let's just wait for a trailer and see. But at the time of filming, that is all the reveals at D23. So I apologise if I have missed anything, or yeah, if there's something that you thought I was going to talk about that I haven't done, then I do apologise for that. But this was my discussion video on this year's D23 event. I was Megan, this is Battle Royale with Cheese. See you soon.